So hey guys, what's up? Element3D here and welcome back. So after 1 month of vacation, right now I am at my home. Now I am back with another excited Element3D tutorial. So without any more suspense, let's first reveal what I am going to recreate today. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this epic render which I created totally inside Element3D. So let's get started without any more delay. Thanks to my Patreon and YouTube Pro members who are supporting me from along. If you want to download this project file, it will be available on my Patreon page. And if you want to download the wallpaper which I rendered, so it will be available. All the link will be in my video description. So don't forget to check that. And one more thing guys, I am also available on Instagram and Twitter, so I just thought to share with you. So let's get started. So first thing, you need a Spider-Man 3D model which I downloaded from Sketchfab. It's free, completely free. So link will be in my video description. You can go there and download that model, and then you can load that model inside Miximo, which is a free website where you can rig your 3D model. So I downloaded a suitable rig, and by the way, this project is inspired from an art which you can see on your screen. The first thing what I did after rigging from Miximo, I just downloaded the .fvx file and then I just load inside. Then I just simply go to the Blender and file, import and FVX, and then I just select my file and load it, and then I press A and select all the models and Ctrl Z so that it will group them. And then I just set the end frame, which is the last keyframe of the animation. Then I simply go to the file, export and save it to the OBJ, save it to my desired location. I created a new folder, and make sure to check the animation box checked on, so it will render completely with OBJ sequence. And once you're done, you can just click on this export OBJ button and it will export it. Then you just need to open After Effects, create a new composition with 9020 by 1080 and hit OK. Then rename it to the Spider-Man and create a new solid and rename it to the E3D. Press Ctrl and space, it will reveal FX console, and apply Element3D and go to scene setup, go to the file, import 3D sequence and load that sequence. Over here use auto normal checked on and just click on this normalize size option and it will bring your model back here. Relink all the textures, so I will select textures one by one and I will simply drag and replace with the missing file. And once it will done, I will select material one by one and I will change the glossiness value as we want. Then I will also apply white fabric to Spider-Man eye, and then I will go to the create and I will create a new plane which will be our background or base or floor, something like that. And then I will scale it and I will place it just below the Spider-Man. And you know the movie is coming, Spider-Man No Way Home. So this is inspired from there. The title is totally copied from there. And then you can just change it to the floor, rename it to the floor, and you can apply material from Pro Shaders. I am using Pro Shaders ground material, and you can change the reflection mode to the spherical for the object, so it will catch a reflection from our environment. I will go to the UV mapping and change the tile size to 12 by 12, and then I will load my grass, which I will make it available for download. So please don't forget to check my video description. And if you are new here, I will consider subscribe my YouTube channel. It will help me to grow fast. So please, if you are learning, please hit the like button. If you are really enjoying, make sure to optimize mesh checked on, and I will normalize size also checked on. And then I will load one more grass and I will do the same. I will create a bunch of grass around Spider-Man and make it little random. I will down the size and all to make it little random. Then I will simply go to the starter pack and I will load the grass patch and I will delete it, and I will use that texture into my current grass which I used. And you know, for refining this to make it realistic, you just need to select the material of grass, go to the lighting and change it to the SSS, and just go to the subsurface scattering, enable it and boost the intensity, and also play with the scattering values. can also increase the diffuse and down the glossiness a little bit. I will duplicate the grass 5 and 4 and make them inside group 2 and hit OK. And on here I will control S to save my project. Then I'll go to the group. Just spread the grass all around so it will look good. Then I'll create a new camera. And here I am changing the view with a camera. So you can create a camera by right click and new and camera. You can create a new null, make it 3D and parent your camera to the null, and with this you can control the movement of your camera. Go to the custom view and here you can see I am changing the null position. So first I will unlink my camera and then I will change my null position, top view. Basically I am making my null centered of Spiderman so that if I will rotate my camera, my main object always be in center. The whole camera will be move around my Spiderman. And you can add a keyframe to the Y rotation. And this is the temporary which I am doing. I will refine my camera animation also later. And now I think I will change my composition to 1080 by 920 because I will make this animation for my Instagram. So this looks good. I can change it to the draft so I can check it animation. And this looks good for now. And for creating the planets, what I did, I just simply opened Blender and I created a sphere and then I apply a modifier called displace and I tweaked some value and make it display sphere. You can also download this model. The link will be in my video description. Once you're done, you can just apply the modifier and you can go to the file export and OBJ and then you can go inside the scene setup and import that model here and rename it to the planet, and you can apply a texture to check if it's working or not. So it's working, it's very good. Then for creating some abstract paint planet, what I did, I just downloaded few paint pictures from pixels. It's completely free, so I used that and downloaded it and then put them inside a new composition, and then I created a new adjustment layer and I apply a effect called offset, and then I just simply change the X value and I created a mask on the middle where the seam is, and then I simply change the mask to subtract and increase the feather amount. And same, I created a new adjustment layer again and did the same thing, but in this time I changed the Y value. So now if I will create a new adjustment layer and check it, it will look amazing. So our seamless texture is ready. For other textures, what I did, I just simply select the main texture and I just press Alt and drag and drop and replace with new one, and it will update everything correctly. And then I using FX console, I take some screenshot, and here you can see I'm using by drag and drop and using that as my planet texture. So I have around 4 copies of planet, and I change the UV type to spherical and then hit OK. And on here what I did, I just simply go to the group 4 where all the planet is, and then I change the particle replicator to spherical and increase the particle count, and then I just go to the particle look and increase the particle randomness, and I just tweak some settings, just to which looks good to me. So time to time I just change the random seed, change the scatter values, and I also for animating them, what I did, I just simply go to the particle rotation and I add a keyframe on the particle rotation Y and particle rotation, random rotation in Y, and then it looks very good. And in some case, if you need to increase the particle count, you can definitely do it if you want. And then I just bring my grass field back, and now it's time for lighting. So for creating lighting, I use my spotlight, and for doing lighting, what is the main thing which I was hoping to create? I just want to darken the front area of Spiderman. So our Spiderman front grass area will be little darker and our Spiderman will be little bright, and the grass near Spiderman will be little bright and rest of the grass will again dark. So it will create more depth. So I created a one light from the right and one other light from the left behind with a blue tone. So this looks good to me, and then I go to the render setting and enable shadows, and right now I am using shadow mapping, and I just change the map size to the 4K. And for the ambient occlusion I use ray traced ambient occlusion, and I just down the gamma, increase the contrast little bit, and just down the maximum distance, and I change the ray trace bias to 1, and this is the look which I like. So you can play all the settings according to your need, but this is my setting. And once you are happy, you can just take a screenshot and share it on social media, just like this is the behind the scene. And if you are really enjoying this tutorial, please hit the like button and comment right now and share your thought, what you are feeling. And if you are new here, I will consider subscribe my YouTube channel if you really like my content. And once all these things done, you can just change the draft, and you can also play again with all the planets and their position and all. And again I am changing my camera to 50 mm. And for creating background, what I did, I created a new solid and apply gradient ramp and change the color to according my scene, so green and white combination. Then I change the output mode to the preview, and which is totally different from the background, so I will change the background color again, and then I will enable fog and change it to make it little blend, and then I just down the plane size. And at this moment I think something is missing which I think can boost my look. So what I did, so I added depth of field, and I just added the key on the focus distance time to time, so that our focus always on spot. And at this moment everything is looking perfect and nice, but I thought something is missing which just can give this shot to another look. So what I did, I just added the same planet texture which I used for the spheres, I used for the background. So I just simply drop it here and load it to the custom layer, custom texture map, go inside the scene setup and environment. Here I choose that texture, and that looks beautiful. And for animating the texture I using turbulence displacement, and with elevation I am animating it so that it will create some more depth. And in this moment everything is looking amazing doing my job, and I'm loving it. So the next thing is to make it even more better. So what I did, I already added some illumination to my all the planets. So what I did, I just go into illumination again, and I increase the Fresnel value, so on the middle part of my planet will little darker than the corner and surrounding area, so it will look good, more good for me. I don't know what you feel, but it looked good to me. Then I played little bit to the lighting, and this look is taking my heart because it's beautiful, man. I mean, whenever I finished my work, whenever I complete my work, then I play it or I just watch it, and I just get lost into the art, and then I feel I created something good. Because if I cannot satisfy me, how I can satisfy you? So this is the thing which I always consider when I make something. So this is the good thing which you should consider. Hit the like button, man. And you can download the project file from my Patreon page. The link will be in my video description. You can go there and support me. You can also use super chat, which will help me. Also, you can also be a part of my YouTube Pro members, so where you can get some behind the scenes, early access, project file and all. So this is good. So once everything is good, here I am using adjustment layer where I applied some slider control, and I am using it for my wiggle control, so that it gives this animation a wiggle also. At the same time, its start and the end frame will be the same, so that's why I created it separately. And when everything is good, looks good to me, then I simply select everything in pre-comp, and then I created a new adjustment layer and I apply lumetri color. I just tweak it, and this is the cherry on top, because after applying lumetri color, I changed the white balance, I changed the overall look of my art, which makes our art beautiful, even more beautiful. I mean, I love doing color correction, color grading and all. And after everything what I did, I just simply, and on the, you can see hue and saturation and hue versus hue, what I did, I just created some separation. I mean, on the green layer there is some orange green, there is some yellow green, and there is some dark green, there is some light green. So I created a lots of green shade, which is amazing, which you commonly see on natural places. So it's good. And in the end, what I did more, I just created a duplicate of Element3D, and where I just use Illumination copy, and I apply the glow effect, and I just down the opacity and make the blending mode to the, you can use add screen or lighten, whatever suits to you. And in the end, I also added the vignette effect, and in the end I added some motion blur and all. So for the 10 seconds of this animation, my heavy render machine take 3 hours, and I posted a video on Instagram where I am taking a table fan, and throwing some air from that fan to my PC. So that thing I am doing for this rendering, and that was just for fun. So I hope you really enjoy the tutorial, and I really hope you learned something. And wow man, we created something. So please, if you create something, please tag me on Instagram. I will check all of your art, and if I like them, I will share them on my story. And this is it. This is everything. I am Element3D, and I will see you next time with another excited Element3D or something Blender or amazing vlog and whatever. I don't know mind. Whenever I will back, I will come with something amazing. So I am Element3D, and I will see you next time. Be safe, guys. Peace.